Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Puckett joined by the lovely Rel.
Yes, and we have a brilliant game coming up here on the, I believe this is the Charlie stream.
Yeah, Charlie.
I just took a 1 in 4 guess there and it paid off.
Nice work, Rel.
Yeah, I know. But this is, it's going to be Millenium going up against Envy, a very, very important game, Puckett.
Can I say that I'm really excited for this game, but I'm even more excited to cast with Rel, because Rel is like the knowledge bank.
Yep.
He's got all of the info. He's got his pad. Like we have iPads up here. We got technological equipment. But he sticks with the pen, the paper, and he has all of the best notes. But you haven't cast any of these games yet today, have you? From Group C?
Oh, no, none of these games at all, no. But as I understand it, this is for the first, second place.
Absolutely. So Envy, looking incredible this event. Karma, I don't know if you saw it or even heard about it, set the record here at Gfinity with a 28 kill streak on the map. That will be game number 1. On Yemen Hardpoint, he went 28 kills without dying, finished the game 33-9. He didn't even know how many points he put up. His teammates had no idea. And in the end, he finished the series, I believe it was 77-33.
That's crazy. I mean, what I was kind of thinking as you were saying that is if he got 28 kills back to back, how did he end 33-9? So he must have had either a rough start or a rough ending, but still, 28 kills is phenomenal.
I think he got killed quite a few times, but he did triple up on his score streaks during that period. So it was a solid game there. And Envy, they've been looking very strong, but I think the surprise here has been Millenium. Tommy has been going off. And the rest of the Millenium guys, they don't take turns having one player doing well. They all perform as a squad. They all put up relatively positive numbers, but I think Envy is definitely going to be the biggest test they've had in this pool.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, these are the two best teams in this pool, in my opinion. One thing I would say about Millenium, I think you mentioned Tommy there. A lot of people actually refer to Millenium as Team Tommy, and I do think that really does undervalue the other 3 players who are all excellent players.
Is it because they don't speak French?
It could be. I think it's more to do with the fact that Tommy is ridiculous at this game. I mean, he is very, very good.
So I think that's going to be the matchup to look out for, guys. You have Karma. He is the Super Slayer for Envy. You have Tommy, Mr. I Can Do Everything for this Millenium lineup. That's going to be an incredible battle, especially if both are running an M8 on this map. Karma was doing the SMG. He was running with the MSMC for most of the game before finding an M8, and that's the weapon he really caught fire with. But Tommy, he's been on point with his AR all day long.
Yeah, and something we should point out is both of these teams have qualified for the top 8 places going into tomorrow, the single elimination bracket. But, of course, the first place is better because you will play the second placing team from a different group, so it puts you in a better position.
And that's really cool. I love what they're doing here at Gfinity, too. Because we have 4 pools, they're taking kind of the football or the soccer model for you American fans out there, where the number 1 team is going to go in one jar, the number 2 team will go in a second one, and we're going to pick out 2 and see who will match up tomorrow. So far, I don't know the other pools. Do you have updates on the other pools? I know that Optic's now basically out of their pool at Alpha.
Well, I know with the Delta one, it's going to be between Aware Gaming and Unite. They're actually playing now exact same situation as this. They're playing for first and second, both guaranteed to qualify.
And that's your brother's team, Momo.
It certainly is.
Are you surprised, or did you expect that?
I'll be honest, I'm surprised. I actually said to him before the tournament, I think you can beat Vitality, but you have to beat an American team. You've got to beat Curse or Unite. Probably won't beat Unite, so you need to beat Curse, Phil, and he did it.
Nice work, Momo.
I love him. He's brilliant.
All right, so Momo is heading to Sunday, but this is the last French squad in Millenium. Now that Vitality is knocked out, over in Bravo, we'll get you an update on that pool as well. But I believe TK will be moving on to tomorrow, most likely.
Yes.
And there's a big match over on the Alpha stream coming up, so make sure you guys tune in to see who that second squad will be. I'm assuming Complexity is on top of the B group right now. But it's time to get in the game. We have all 8 players, Karma, Rambo, Proofy, and Merc for Envy. On the Millenium squad, we got Tommy, of course, Maxi, that's Riskin, he's playing as Riskin Saiyan, and Carnage.
Yeah, and Millenium, of course, just coming off the back of a second placement at EGL, one of the biggest European tournaments that there is. So, you know, they've got to be coming into this tournament with a lot of confidence. They were a direct invite as well. Didn't need to qualify any other way like some of the other teams did through online qualifiers. This is going to be a great game, and I can't call it.
And if you guys are French fans out there and you want to listen to French commentary, we have for just a few euros, you can tune in. They got a Ustream going on. Some of the best casters from all over France. Nani and the boys are here to bring you the action. So tune in to that if you want to hear French. But if you speak English, Aurel and I are hanging out with you all series long. The game is ready to get started, just waiting on a few more casters to get in here. We're going balls to the walls here, Rel. It is time to finish strong. And I got to get your prediction here. Who do you think is going to win this one? Is it Millenium or is it Envy? Who takes the series? What's the score?
Okay, so I'm going to go against what is probably the popular belief here. I think Millenium are going to win this. I think Envy on paper are a better team, but there's just something about Millenium. They're one of those teams that can just go that extra mile, get that extra push from somewhere when they need to.
I don't want to be biased, but I'm going with America on this one. Envy is going to be able to pull it out, and the reason is simply Karma. If he plays the way he did a little bit earlier, he is going to absolutely dominate. And unfortunately, Karma, he forgot to go to the dashboard, so he's going to be known as TCM BenQ Rich. But don't get it twisted. This is the Super Slayer with the Cherry Blossom. Karma, formerly of Impact. He won Call of Duty Championships. He won MLG Dallas. He finished second at MLG Anaheim. Now he's on this Envy lineup featuring Merc, Rambo, and Proofy, and they're looking for a $30,000 first place win at Gfinity.
Yeah, and Envy have been having a bit of a rough ride recently as an organization, but this new lineup just seemed to be unstoppable. Millenium is going to be a big test for them here, but they've started out strong.
Rambo, you can see inside the hill. Proofy was there to help out as well, so 3 straight kills for Envy. It's going to be Maxi from this Millenium squad trying to fight back. And as you can see on the mini-map already, it is the boys from Envy rotating. Karma on your screen is going to go up top on the balcony, try and do as much damage as possible before rotating. A few missed shots is something we didn't see earlier, so it might take him a few minutes to warm up. Meanwhile, his teammate Merc was trying to push in the hardpoint. Now let's go to Proofy, as it will be Millenium with the early lead and the first ones with Treehouse control, but it's Envy with the better spawns.
Yeah, Millenium kind of just wrote off those final few points on the middle hard point to make sure that they got into a better position here, and they've done just that. You can see them absolutely locking down this hard point, and it just seems impossible. That was a very risky jump there, but he made it. It seems impossible for Envy to actually breach.
And that was a very interesting play there from Karma. Tried to catch Carnage off guard, but Carnage with that Scorpion is going to be able to do the damage. Let's jump on board, though, with Tommy. Tommy just cleared out the statue. 4 straight kills, some fantastic defense, and now he's rotating back. Millenium already nearing their first man of hill time, and oh my Merc, the jumping knife. He'll be cleaned up as we go back to Carnage, who's inside the hard point.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy really should have been making that kill. The hipfire didn't pay off for him, but it didn't matter too much because Carnage did retain that hardpoint area, and there is over 60 points different. So far this game, Envy have only managed to secure 7 points for the team.
Hopping on board with Proofy from Envy. He's going to have to do the damage. There will be 2 players pushing up from Statue. He took out 1 already. Tommy will go down, and now as you can see on the mini-map, the Millenium squad trying to branch out, trying to figure out a way to attack, but the Envy coverage is so strong. Karma gets past, though, and Proofy's going to have to protect himself here against Riskin. Can he get the shots down?
Yeah, we can see a big push coming from Millenium. They're moving up as a unit, and they do seem to be able to get through the Envy wall. As a lot of Envy players go down, the hardpoint does go into Millenium control.
Millenium back in control with a full 30 seconds to work with. Maxi gets picked off on dirt, so it looks like Envy has the opportunity to challenge once. That's not going to happen. Everyone's rotating to the next hardpoint, and Proofy just got the most important kill here, taking out the anchor for Millenium. Look how far away they're spawning. They're spawning all the way by Statue. Proofy knows where they're going to be coming from. He's going to try and cut off the player on dirt. Meanwhile, there are 2 players from Envy sitting inside that hardpoint, ready to pick up crucial time.
Yeah, and you can see Envy they completely gave up on the other hardpoint because they know this hardpoint, you can get a full 60 points off this if you play it well.
Karma's going to be protecting from the outside. You got Merc inside. Karma gets 1, looking for another. On the minimap, you can see he was taken down. It's just Rambo and Merc inside. The spawn's not good now for Envy. Merc and Rambo are going to have to go big. You see Rambo in the kill feed, but it's Riskin with a 2-piece, clearing the way. Rambo, solid backdoor defense, and Merc is going to watch the front, and that is where the attack will be coming from.
Yeah, they're just sucking up every single point here off this hard point. We finally see Riskin take down Merc. Riskin needs to go for the challenge against Rambo, who is trying to bump the hard point for an extra score, but he isn't going to be able to do it. And Riskin picks up the kill. 7.
7-kill spree, fully streaked out, War Machine in hand. Oh, this is Millenium. This is what they wanted. 6 more seconds on this hard point before it rotates to the top. Rambo in position, but we're going to stay on board with Riskin. I want to see if he launches this Hellstorm, maybe calling down the Lightning Strike. For the moment, he's going to have to take a respawn, and I expect it to come out any moment. No one from Millenium in position to get in that hard point. Big kill up top, though, by Maxi, and this could be a game changer.
Yeah, oh, and there we go. He does pick up a single kill against Karma in that next hard point. But, you know, Millenium are in a great position now. They're ahead on points. They do have score streaks in their arsenal as well. Things are looking really good for them here.
And Riskin, he's really just kind of rotating around, trying to find people. Doesn't see anyone quite yet, and all the action is going to come down from the treehouse. Let's jump on board with Tommy, and here's your scoreboard. Tommy, currently 12-12. No one from Millenium going too positive. It's all about 1 or 2 death difference between kills and deaths. Tommy, he's coming off the respawn, not the respawn you want, as the hard point will have 12 more seconds up top, but Riskin's holding it down for the moment. Yeah,
just keeping it contested there. Just making sure that Envy can't take any points off them because, of course, Millenium do have the lead, and they can just hold on to that, and they will, you know, if they can contest for the rest of this game, that would be perfect. They would definitely get the win. But we are seeing Tommy pick up kill after kill for his team here, and that is a very, very big point difference now.
Now talk to me about this guy on our screen. He's using the Cherry Blossom just like Karma. These two trying to match up, and so far it looks like Tommy's winning that battle.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy just seems to have this ability where he can join any team, and that team just becomes instantly twice as good. He's a very influential player. He knows the game inside and out, and I think he's just one of those guys. He's almost like a natural gamer. He doesn't have to practice all that much to be one of the best.
Tommy's taken down once again, and actually it is Karma doing the damage. He is on a 2-kill spree behind enemy lines. He's going to find one to his left. Great heads-up awareness here as he will be cleaned up by Carnage. Carnage trying to get these top spawns. Not the gun for this battle. Scorpion at range. Not the best to equip. Semtex coming in, but Carnage keeping control of the statue. Fantastic kill as Millenium. They're rotating early. They're beating Envy to the punch. And that has been the difference in the scoreboard. This is not the Envy we saw just a few matches ago.
Not at all. I mean, you know, Envy are an incredible team, but Millenium are just outclassing them here in every aspect of this game. Maxi does get shut down. Tommy tries to launch in, but great play from Rambo to actually keep that hard point in Envy control.
And Rambo will get inside, picking up time down to the last 3 minutes, 30 seconds. This is crucial time for Envy. They desperately need top control, and it's going to be up to the ARs to clear the way. You can see the War Machine coming in. Maxi and Carnage in the kill feed, taking out Merc and Proofy. Rambo falls as well as Maxi picks up 3. He has hill control, and this could really be where Millenium pulls away and seals the deal on the game. Last 20 seconds, they're rotating to the top early. What can Merc do about it here for Envyus?
Well, you know, they really do need to be saturating these hard points and getting every single point they can off them. Merc is sitting tight but under a lot of heavy fire, and he is going to go down if he doesn't conceal himself. It is Tommy picking up the kill, and oh boy, this is going to go to Millenium control as well.
So Tommy up top, he's going to be sitting inside. 200-second mark has been reached. 2:40 left on the clock. Envy out of score streaks. What will they be able to do about it?
Well, it's going to be very difficult for them because Millenium is so well set up now. I mean, they've got every single possible route to this hardpoint cut off. Envy just need to work as a unit, need to push up as a team and see what they can do, but it's just not looking great for them here, Puckett.
Here comes the single score streak. It's going to be from Millenium, though. Tommy doing the damage. Ray taking out with the headshot. A second kill on Rich, a.k.a. Karma. Proofy spraying through the smoke will get the kill, but now it's Millenium 18 seconds away from victory. Envy needs to play nearly perfect just to even tie up the score. I think we can chalk game number 1 up to the Frenchman, but first we got to see how many kills they can get. 19-19 for Carnage, but it's Tommy +4, and look at Maxi, 23-18, +5.
Yeah, we haven't talked too much about Maxi, actually. He's been one of these players who's been involved in the gaming competitive scene a long, long time. I mean, the amount of LANs he's attended is ridiculous. Of course, the competitive Call of Duty scene is very popular in France, and there's a lot of additional LANs that he goes to, and he's a bit of a fan favorite as well, Maxi.
And what's Maxi's strength? It seems that he's running a lot of ARs tonight. Does he ever switch over to the SMG?
You see, going back to Black Ops 1, I know that he used SMG when I watched him and casted over him. He's one of these versatile players. I think when we're actually looking at these teams and trying to assess how they play, it was a bit difficult with Millenium because they do switch up the roles sometimes. But hey, there you go, whatever works for them. That is a massive landslide victory of 250 to 140.
250 to 140. I'll take that, says Millenium. Maxi with your final kill cam. Here he is at range on dirt, catching the player mid-shot. 2 nice bursts, taking some fire, but staying alive. And here are your final stats. 28-25 for Karma. Everyone else on Envy not having the best of time. 28-23 was the best score on Millenium. And, Rel, that does it for game number 1. Hardpoint is in the books. It goes to Millenium. They are up 1-0. Can Envy battle back? Their worst game mode, in my opinion, is coming up next. We'll see if they can answer back in Search and Destroy.
It's huge. It's a big, big difference. And don't forget, Envy are, one of the favorites to actually take this whole championship.
Yeah, they had a rough G1, but after the pickup of Merc and Karma, they've been looking very strong so far in this event. But if you look at who they played, they haven't had a challenger like Millenium quite yet. I think this is a wake-up call as Envy drops their first game of the weekend. Earlier, we saw Millenium drop a game to TCM. So overall in match count or game count, I think they're even now.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. Whoever wins the match is going to get first place in the pool. We're now headed to Search and Destroy. The map is going to be Raid. And so far, Envy hasn't had the best of luck in S&D. They were down 4-1 against Enigma, who didn't win a game. They won just one game all weekend.
Right.
And they were able to come back, though, and win that 6-4. But then when they matched up against TCM, it went all the way to round 11 after Envy was up 5-3. So their S&D, they're a little bit shaky. I'm a bit worried for them when we go to Raid.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been checking the Twitter feed, and I've seen a lot of stuff said about this Enigma team. A lot of people have been really praising Luke, saying he did well. Not too much about Wonder, but there's been a lot of heavy criticism about Black and Sours. I don't know if you managed to cast any of their games.
I did.
Was it bad?
They're all bad.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, not all the players, but all the games were a little rough.
Yeah, so it didn't quite work out for them. I mean, they were a late entry, actually, into this tournament. They didn't get hand-selected like the other guys. But, hey, there you go. They've got here, they've experienced G2, but they will not be advancing into the single elimination bracket.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see them in the future. Maybe do a little roster swap, or maybe just have more time to prepare, because, honestly, they just weren't clicking like we've seen some of the other teams. That was the difference maker. But hey, they got all the way to London. Free trip here. Free party at Gfinity. But now we're down to the top 2 teams in the B or the C group. The question is, who will get that number 1 seed for the draw? Who will get the number 2 seed? Millenium, they have a 1-game advantage at this point. The winner of the first 3 games in the best of 5 will get that top spot. And I got to get your feelings on Millenium when it comes to Search and Destroy, because I saw a lot from Envy, but I haven't seen too much from this Millenium squad.
I would say Millenium are better at Search and Destroy than they are Hardpoint, personally.
Wow.
So, based on what we're kind of thinking here, I think Millenium are going to take this as well.
This could be a 2-0 lead for Millenium. Who's your player to watch when it comes to Search?
I'd say Carnage. I mean, going way, way back now to Black Ops, Carnage, I would say, was the best player in Europe. Just back-to-back tournament victories and a standout figure every time, going heavy positive in all the games he played. And he's kind of carried that through for Search and Destroy. Maybe not so much the other game types, so keep an eye on Carnage for this one.
Now, can I ask you something about this French squad? How much do you know about Millenium?
I know a fair
Fairly
amount.
enough?
I'd say so.
All right, well, Gataga and Broken used to play with Carnage on this squad.
Yes.
Gataga and Broken, they left as a duo, and Carnage kind of stayed and kept the Millenium name alive.
Yes.
Tell me about this player, and what is his allegiance to Millenium? How long has he been around the French competitive scene?
Carnage has been around as far as I've been attending tournaments. My first tournament I went to was ECL 2, and going way, way back to then, this is Black Ops 1. It was Carnage actually teaming with Gataga under the Mythics tag.
Wow.
That was Carnage, Gataga, Lowen, and Agony, actually. So, these guys, the Vitality and Millenium rosters, they've kind of interchanged through time. So, yeah, that's kind of the story. So, Carnage has been playing at the top level as far as I've been involved in the competitive scene.
All right, so Carnage is the man. I had a chance of meeting this guy at the Call of Duty Championships. Awesome, awesome guy. And, Rel, while we're waiting on this game to start, I want to get some feedback from Twitter. Okay. What do you think the Twitter world is saying? Who do you think they're rooting for in this game? And what do you think the best prediction is going to be?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think in terms of the American and European community, they're going to be back in their home teams, as it were. I would have thought at the start of this best of 5, people were probably putting Envy on top, but following that massive victory on Hardpoint, I think people are seeing Millenium's potential, and they can probably see a Millenium victory here.
All right, well, if you guys are on Twitter, make sure you hit me up. I'm at MLG Puckett. He is at the VP Brothers. He and Momo, share the Twitter account.
We do.
It's very nice, you guys.
It is, but I've found that because we have to -R or -M every tweet, you know, when I send a text to someone, I'm actually dashing R. It's just become a part of my
It's a
life
habit.
now. Yeah, whenever I type something, always -R at the end.
Do you guys sleep in bunk beds?
We used to, actually, as children, but not anymore. We're way past that.
We'll build you a new one, a bigger one.
Yeah, those were the good old
but
days.
hit us up on Twitter. Let us know who you think is going to win. And also, if you're a European fan cheering for Envy, let us know that. If you're an American fan now cheering for Millenium, let us know that as well. I'm very interested. I love these international events because, honestly, I've become a fan of a lot of these European teams. I'm a huge fan of these Millenium players and Tommy in general. I was a big fan watching him last G1, seeing him here. I think he is going to really lead this Millenium squad to victory.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy's kind of representing the UK community in a way as part of this Millenium team. The French community is massive, and the organisation Millenium itself, you know, not just for Call of Duty, for other games as well. He's very, very popular in France, so I know there's a lot of people supporting them. And Envy, it's kind of been a household name for competitive Call of Duty since day one, really.
Yeah, and excuse me, sorry, the European Pro Scrims is where I saw Tommy. I don't think I saw him here at G1. I didn't have a chance to cast any of his games.
Oh, okay.
But I did see him leading up to that event when I was starting to study these squads. But Millenium, I've known this name for a while. They have a fantastic team, big streamers. The question is, how are they going to perform on LAN against Envy and Search and Destroy? We're about to find out as we head to Raid. And on this map, Rel, what do you think the European strategy is? Is it going to go to the B-bomb site, A-bomb site? What's preferred for this French squad?
I mean, in general, and I think this is kind of the same for anyone, it's B-bomb site. It's the easier bomb site. There's always on Search and Destroy a favoured one, and then there's a less favoured one that people use for the element of surprise. So, yep, there we go. It's looking like a B push for Envy there as all 4 players do advance to B-bomb.
And we're going to start on board with the Millenium squad on defense. Let's see what Mr. Riskin is up to as he is going to get second blood. Carnage taking out, Karma actually taking out Carnage at first. And here comes the flying kill from Merc. He's starting with the SMG and SND. It's going to be a 3-on-2 advantage. You're going to have Tommy with the sniper on the stairs, and let's see what he can do for Millenium on D. Yeah,
and you almost feel Merc's got a bit of a point to prove here, as has Karma in some respects, because due to Merc's departure from Optic Gaming after being a long-standing member, he needs to really show that he is still capable of doing serious damage at LAN tournaments.
Proofy's moving the bomb into B right now. Merc trying to protect up top, spots a player. Will he get the shots off? Trophy system has been destroyed. Bomb has been planted. Everything looking good for Envy. Now it's going to be the push from Millenium through the middle. Maxi seems to be leading the charge, but not until Tommy gets in place with the sniper rifle.
There we go. Tommy with the dual band on there. It's going to really help him. Oh, and he isn't going to be able to make the kill. There we go. Takes down Proofy, but is going to get shut out by Karma.
Karma's like, I got one of those toys. Check mine out. Here he is in your round-ending kill cam. The B push was perfect from Envy. Karma gets the intro kill on Carnage and finishes out the round with this nice snipe. It said it was a chest, but that looked like a headshot to me. Karma already 2-0 after your first round. He's angry after losing that first game. Let's see what he can do on D.
All right, well, it is Envy's turn to defend, and it's most likely that you're going to see the majority, well, there we go, if not all of them move towards B. Only Tommy seems to be edging towards A for Millenium, and there with the sniper rifle, not the best of shots from Karma.
And Maxi picked off Rambo, who is in kitchen, I believe. So smart play at the start. Rambo challenging. He gets punished. Merc's about to find some action. Here's the player underneath him. Peekaboo Carnage. And will Merc get taken down? He will. So that is going to be a man advantage for Riskin and the rest of Millenium. And we'll see what Riskin can do with this bomb. He knows there's one more player up near the apartment. That's Proofy trying to get the shots in. The wall bang sees the shots coming down. And Proofy wisely is going to back up. Also, I want you to keep an eye on Tommy. He's cleared out the A-bomb site. Will he rotate around and try and flank? It doesn't look like that's the plan. Riskin very bravely planting the bomb and disappearing behind the statue.
Yeah, and it's 3 versus 2 with a bomb plant. Now, this should be in the bag for Millenium if they just exchange kills.
Karma, last man standing, and he will get just ripped up by Riskin's AR. Here he is with the M8 one more time as Karma will be taken down. Both teams winning their offensive round. Kind of surprising here in S&D.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say as well, just the evolution of this Call of Duty community. I remember when the American scene and European scene first merged, America was so far in front. The Europeans just had no chance. And it's almost like an even playing field.
We're starting off, let's go on board with the offensive team. We got Envy trying to push the bomb. It's going to be the hands of Merc, but Rambo, he is angry. Maxi won this battle last time. Will they face off again? No, this time, yes, it is Maxi. Maxi's going to get first blood, but look at Tommy lighting it up with a sniper of his own on poolside. Takes out Proofy, going to take out Merc as well. Last man standing, all of a sudden, it's Mr. Karma. Bomb is down, and this is basically the round unless Karma can pull off the ace.
Here we go. Well, he does have that sniper rifle to hand. 1 versus 4. It's a really difficult situation.
Tommy with 3 that round.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost inevitable that Karma would be dying there at some point. But it is going to be Tommy's frag grenade that closes things off and allows Millenium to now take the lead 2-1 after initially trailing 1-0.
Are you kidding me, Tommy? Did you see that frag grenade? From behind the hut,
yeah.
He must have practiced that because that was a perfect toss, taking out Karma. And now Millenium 2-1. They have the bomb. They get to control the pace of the game, get to decide the movement around the map, and Maxi is going to challenge Rambo. He's won 1 battle, forced Rambo to back up on the second one. Will he win this one? It looks like Tommy already looking for players over at A, but all the action is at B at the start.
Yeah, I mean, Maxi and the Envy sniper, they've been having their own little battle there, middle map every single time, but Maxi felt a little bit left out on all on his own there in the middle. There we go.
Maxi moving over, putting down some cover fire, but Riskin is going to do the damage, taking out Merc. So already a man advantage once again for the French. Shots going down up top, unable to connect. They give away their positioning, and it's Proofy up top challenging. Proofy is punished for those shots. Riskin and Maxi will finish out the round. Here's how Maxi did it with the snipe on Ray.
And this is it. This is going to be the final kill cam, and that's 3 rounds back-to-back now for Millenium. On great form here for the Search and Destroy. I think I was saying to you at the start of this game, I'd say Millenium are better at Search and Destroy than they are Hardpoint, and they're certainly proving that now.
Their snipes are on right now, too. Tommy with the 2-piece last round. You saw the final kill from Maxi this time. Looking at the scoreboard, 5-1 out of Riskin, 5-1 out of Tommy, 3-1 out of Maxi. So really, these Envy guys just are not picking up the kills. Now they have to worry about the RC car coming their way.
Yeah, you could see Karma scouted that and just ran away immediately. He doesn't want to challenge it with a sniper.
And look at this push from Tommy. He's switched over to the SMG, no longer pulling out that sniper at the start. Spots one, going to call that out. Might come up top and try and flank. Has to check his left, does pick up the kill. Riskin also in the kill feed. That's his 6th kill. Both on a 5-kill spree, and the last man standing is all up to Proofy, 1-on-4. What kind of search and destroy is this French squad playing? This is nearly flawless, only dropping the first round when Envy won their offense. Since then, it's been 4 straight, and here's your final kill as Carnage gets into the kill feed.
Yeah, and I was saying Carnage was the one to watch. I mean, so far it's been Tommy and Riskin, much like it was in the Hardpoint, but Carnage there clearing things up, and I think that's actually 3 kills back-to-back for Carnage now.
Nice.
So we will see what is going on in round number 6 here of Search and Destroy.
Here come your score streaks. 1 away from an RC car is Carnage. 1 away from an RC car is Maxi. 1 away for Riskin as well. And it looks like Tommy's already pulling out the RC, running into some teammates. He's going to scout out A. If there's anyone there, he's going to push them back. Flushing the sniper. Is there someone here? Rough driving. Running out of time, and I don't think that's going to work out. He's going to try and catch up to the rest of his team, and already the bomb is planted. Envy playing super defensively. Will Karma get the pick in the hut?
Well, he needs to. He needs to do something big here because this is a big score difference, and with that bomb down, things aren't looking good at all for Envy in this round. This could be going to a 5-1 lead.
Shots going down at the players at pool. Proofy's going to lead the charge. Riskin deals with them. Karma now trying to challenge. He's going to go loop-de-loop, taking shots from behind. Very aggressive play, but he will be able to outsmart Riskin. 2-on-2. Merc and Karma left alive against Maxi and Tommy.
Yeah, that was really nice from Karma, just chasing him around. But he is going to have to go for the plan because time is ticking away. There is only 1 player left for Millenium, and it is Tommy.
Can Tommy do it? It should be the easiest kill of the game, and there it is. 5-1. Karma forced to go for the defuse, and that was just the perfect charge from Millenium, and Envy had no answer. Look at Tommy, the turn on Merc, and the finish with the B-23R. What a play from Millenium's MVP so far in this tournament.
I mean, I've got to ask the question, is it a case of Millenium playing well here or Envy playing bad?
Both. I think
a combination.
I think Millenium is not giving up any advantage to Envy. They're playing their game. They're doing things right. And Envy, they're choking their shots. They're losing their sniper battles. And look at this play here from Millenium. They're going to say, go ahead, plant wherever you want. We'll react to that with our score streaks.
Yeah, this is really interesting, actually, considering Millenium are having to defuse here.
Hellstorm party through the window. Nope, he's going for the player at B. Doesn't get anything, but he scouts everything, knows where they're at. Will he call it out? He's going to challenge the window. Hits shot in one. Can he finish? No! It's going to be Merc with the bomb escaping with his life until the RC car. And actually, that was a lightning strike as Riskin still has a Hellstorm available as well. And look at this play. Up top, Carnage just hunting down Proofy. Shots in. Here comes Riskin to finish the job with the Hellstorm. And he's going to fill the kitchen, the last player alive. It is all but over. Karma with this sniper trying to pull off the miracle, getting lit up already. 36 seconds left on the clock, and the bomb is all the way in the hut. This is going to be so tough.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a 1 versus 3, and then there's so many rounds to win back-to-back. Envy not looking great at all to do anything more in this search and destroy. Karma regarded a while back as the best player on Black Ops 2. I don't know if that title still stands.
In his earlier games, I agreed with it. In fact, I said he's back, but in this game, Envy just has no answer for the way Millenium is playing. The French just getting the best of the Americans. And what's really strange is Envy, now all in the team house down in North Carolina. They've been grinding. It showed off earlier, but not in this match. Millennium's outclassing them 6-1 in S&D, 8-2 for Riskin, 8-2 for Tommy, 6-3 for Carnage, and 4-2 for Maxi. All 4 players going positive as that is another win. Millennium 1 game away from taking first in Group C. We'll see if they can finish it out. CTF is coming up after this commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, Puckett Rel, possibly the last game of the night here as we have Envy taking on the boys from France, Millennium, featuring the UK superstar Tommy. Tommy's been ripping it up all day, but it's been a team effort in this match. Everyone from Millennium is shining. They just outclassed Envy 6-1 in S&D.
6-1 S&D, 250 to 140 in the Hardpoint. Let's see if they can replicate those performances here on Capture the Flag Standoff and start off with Millennium.
All right, who do you want to watch? I want to see Tommy, to be honest.
Oh, go on, get straight on board with Tommy then, using that MSMC now, running straight through the middle. He's such an aggressive player, and he just has this natural ability when it comes to Call of Duty.
And you see the grenades going down. Flak jacket, no problem. Merc taken out with the SMG. Up top, he's firing. I believe that's at Karma. And we'll see what can go down here as Karma and friends backed up in their vase early on. Look at this spread on the minimap. Tommy was spotted running across the middle. And it looks like the last man alive is going to be Riskin, working up top to protect as Tommy just rotating around the map. Millennium definitely taking their time in this first half.
Yeah, I mean, Envy have certainly driven Millennium back, so the Millennium have got to play it slow. They need to pick up some kills before they push out of their own spawn, and they're doing just that. Kill after kill going in Millennium's favor, and this is a great opportunity to go for a pull.
Carnage is up top in the base. Tommy's just locking down Yellow, trying to watch this middle street with Risk in there as well. And will Carnage go for the pull? It looks like it's Karma doing some damage for Envy. And let's go over to Riskin, though. He's staying alive, putting in all kinds of shots. Just got the double on Rambo and Karma. Here's the flagpole, shooting dead bodies on his way home. Maxi saying, I got you, bro. Let's go through the cubby. And they're going to run this one through boxes. This should be a cap. No one from Envy in position to stop Riskin. And there we go. Millennium going to be up 1-0 in less than a minute 30.
Yep, and this is great play from Millennium. I've got to say, Riskin has really stood out for me in this best of 5 series. I mean, Tommy gets a lot of stuff talked about him, but Riskin, he's playing phenomenally well for Millennium.
Absolutely got to agree with that one. Here's your scoreboard early on. 3-1 with a flag cap, 4-1 from Tommy on the other side, 1-3 from Proofy, 1-4 from Merc. Envy having a very slow start, and Riskin, he's about a kill away from getting that Hellstorm 2 away from the lightning strike, and then War Machine. That could be devastating later on.
Okay, well, he's just gone right back here. He's going heavy defense, expecting a push, and he's read the situation brilliantly because there is somebody in that barn to his right.
Karma just waiting to come out, taken down. Riskin, long range, sloppy shots, able to put shots in. The assist is good for the lightning strike. So no War Machine, but he has 2 flag-stopping score streaks in that lightning strike in the Hellstorm. But Merc starting to heat up inside of the Millennium base. He continues to put pressure here from the store. The question is, will the rest of Envy be able to rack up kills as well? As you can see, no one more than 3 kills in the game after 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah, and Merc's been hanging around this area quite some time now. I mean, he's completely surrounded. There's not much he can do. Oh, as Maxi does shut him down and clear him out of the home base.
Man, he had him. He just stopped firing for a moment with that Scorpion. Tommy on a 3-kill spree once again, and there's going to be some action going down at the tractor. Is Proofy ready for it? He is going to win that battle. So Envy, they're going to keep the good spawns with Proofy locking down the tractor. Karma on the opposite side of the map trying to pinch. Here comes Envy's big push. This could be a cap opportunity if Karma's able to do the damage. Gets one, shots in the second, but Proofy and friends are shut down at boxes.
Yeah, and Karma really proving his worth there. Still on board with Karma now, trying to go long range with the MSMC. Definitely struggling, but he does manage to pick up a kill against Carnage, and that has opened things up to go for a pull, but there is one player really, really close by.
And he's going to pick off one in the back. Great plays from Karma. We saw him do this earlier. He opened up the first half of his previous CTF game on Standoff 13-1, dying in the last 3 seconds. A slower start this time, but a very familiar finish as he is going to get in the opponent's base, does the damage and gets the flag all the way back, but Riskin and friends are there. Carnage going to jump on the flag. All that work for nothing as it's going to be Riskin's lightning strike that stops the flag, and here comes Millenium with the counter cap opportunity.
Oh boy, and that was just purely score streaks. I mean, Karma played that so well. He almost single-handedly took out the team to get that flag pull, but it has just ended up with Millenium advancing to a 2-0 lead.
And you can see Riskin still with that Hellstorm, working halfway towards a second one. He's going to be camping out here inside the store. Look at the minimap. Here comes Envy. Riskin going to have his hands full through the smoke. Gets one kill. Can he get the second? Two more players ducking down behind the box. Perfect play from Riskin. Taking more fire. He will be cleaned up. The last player alive at the base, it's Proofy. And just like that, everyone cleaned up from Envy. And a third flag being rallied by the Frenchman. This is Tommy, actually, from the UK. He will go down. Can Carnage keep it alive? It looks like flag's not going to be going very far. Envy with a decent stand. And now they're on the attack with the flag in the hands of Rambo in the last 23 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, Envy have had some moments of brilliance so far in this game, that not being one of them. But it just seems that it's always defending by them. Every single time Millenium do a big push, and sure, Envy might hold it off well, but they're not getting anything out of this.
We got more players pushing up. It looks like Envy, in a desperation attempt to push to the flag, will not be able to get there. It's going to be Maxi finishing out the round on defense. 13-6 for Maxi, and I believe that was 12-5 from Riskin at the top. We'll find out in a moment, but what a first half here out of Millenium.
Yeah, and I want to watch Maxi a little bit more because I don't think we give him the credit he deserves. He's a really, really strong French player. As I say, been involved in the scene for such a long time, always competing at one of the highest levels possible, and he's been very loyal to the French organization throughout his time in competitive gaming.
You see Riskin 12-5, 13-6 from Maxi, and let's jump on board with the man. What is he doing right to drop the most kills in the game? It looks like he's going to be playing defensively at the start. Trophy systems are down. 2 teammates dead inside of wood and on middle street. So Maxi, last line of defense. His teammates coming off the respawn. Has to buy them some time. Gets one big kill. Going for a second at the tractor. His AR shot is on right now, Rel.
Yeah, and he's just trying to hold back as well to get that war machine. He's already unlocked his Hellstorm missile and his lightning strike, which is going to be devastating should Envy actually go for a flag pull. I mean, last time that happened, it meant that Millenium got one themselves.
Here comes the flagpole. Proofy is going to be the lead blocker as he's going to be looking for all the cutoffs. Coming off tractor, he looked at the perfect spot, looks away, and Riskin calls in the Hellstorm to take out the flag carrier. So Proofy needs to win that battle. Can't happen, but Rambo Ray able to dodge the Hellstorm long enough to keep the flag out just as I say that. Tommy pulling a counter cap. And things are not looking good as the lightning strike picks up the double. Rambo is dead in a matter of seconds. How long can he stay alive? Not long enough. Maxi gets the return. Here comes the flag cap from Tommy, and it is 3-0 just like that. I have a feeling it's going to be Millenium finishing in this #1 seed for Group C.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're absolutely hammering Envy here. Every single round that these guys have played so far, Millenium have been by far ahead. I mean, we're seeing Millenium just continually pushing for further counts, even though they don't necessarily need to.
Down goes another Millenium player, but they're keeping the pressure on Envy. Envy unable to push forward if they have to think about their base. Riskin doing the damage with the MSMC from Yellow. Has some support, concussions going in. And honestly, he could sneak through the back hall if he wanted to. Unfortunately, it looks like that's where Merc and friends are pushing. Merc and Ray attacking the flag from Millenium. The spawn's in the far back. He gets it out. Will Rambo be able to cover? Proofy with the double will do the damage. And it's going to be up to Karma to run this one. It looks like actually Rambo will pick that one up. Karma going for the cutoffs, but once again, it is the Hellstorm missile stopping the flag. Did he get the stop? I believe so. Rambo is dead. Proofy is going to push back as Merc will rally this one home, but it's going to be a race to the base. Tommy in position. Can he stop the flag from coming in? Get shots in one player, but Merc Following it up, will they sprint it in?
Oh boy, well, bullets were exchanged, the smoke goes down, and I think they're just about going to get that.
Oh,
Yes, they
no.
are. Wow.
Tommy watched a Merc drop down from the window, and it will be 1 cap from Envy, but still a 2-cap lead in favor of Millenium. Tommy running cap number 4. Rambo in the battle for the flags, and that would have been a cap if Rambo won it, but no. Tommy is too strong. No one in position to stop him. Tommy will take some fire, but is able to round the corner, and this will be the 4th cap from Millenium, and they still have 2 minutes left on the clock. The explosion stops it momentarily. Maxi's in there to finish off the cap. Nice work from the team.
Yeah, and I've got to say, I mean, that kill from Tommy early on against Rambo when they both had the flag, that was the difference between 4-1 and 3-2. It was such a significant kill.
It's great plays there. And I got to ask you, we've been watching all of the players here from Millenium. Do you have an MVP in this match? Is there one player standing out? Because I feel like they're all doing it as a unit.
I mean, they've each individually had these brilliant plays. We can see Maxi going massive this game, and certainly for this particular one, I would put him up front. Overall, for the 3 maps we've seen so far, I've got to say Riskin. I think he's just been performing solidly and consistently outclassing every single one of Envy.
Well, you can see Maxi doing damage. Meanwhile, Riskin's like, hey, guys, how many caps should we get? At least 5? Is 5 good? Here's the 5th one. 5 flags to 1. They dominated in Search and Destroy with the score of 6-1. They're looking to do the same thing and capture the flag. This is a blowout. This is not what I was expecting at all from our final series of the night. Envy getting outclassed by the top team in France. Vitality, they're out of the tournament. It's all up to Millenium to keep the French hopes alive for a first-place finish here at Gfinity, and boy, are they looking good.
Yeah, I mean, what I love about this is Millenium, even with 50 seconds left on the clock and being 5-1 up, they're still trying to get more flags.
Yeah, why just play defense when you could just keep the pressure on? They're not missing shots. Everyone's communicating. They have the opponent on their back heels the entire game. When Envy gets in, it doesn't matter because of the slaying power. They're able to use score streaks, and they might even let Ray have this last flag, or will they? They have a player, it's Carnage, inside the base. He's going to be taking the flag to the middle street. Tommy will be able to cut off Rambo if he plays this perfectly. Here's the play. This time, Ray gets the kill, but he needed the one earlier in the game. It's 5-2 at the finish, 15 seconds left, and here are your stats. 23 and 16 for Risk, and 25 and 17 for Maxi. Negative from Tommy, but the huge kill on Ray to cap the big flag there, and 3 returns, and Carnage 14 and 21, but 23 and 20 on the other side from Envy is the highest score. They simply got outslayed, out-teamworked, and dominated 3-0 in this series.
Yeah, it's been a clean sweep there for Millenium. Really, really strong play, and that's something to remember when we go into this single elimination bracket. There's certainly a team that you guys need to be watching. So let's have a look once more at that scoreboard as we close things out. Oh, no, it's just, there we go. And just looking on the Envy team. So 23-20, Proofy probably playing the best there for his side.
No one going big enough, though, for Envyus, as they are going to be swept 3-0. So 6-3 is the final tally for Envy. They lost all of their games to Millenium. Millenium, I believe they only dropped 1 game the entire tournament in pool play, and that was to TCM. So Millenium, they're going to finish 9-1 in group play. They will be your number 1 seed in the draw later on. Envy, they will be in the number 2 seed group. We'll find out who matches up in the epic bracket. That begins tomorrow, 10 a.m. British Standard Time here. I believe that's 5 a.m. for all of you East Coasters in America. Doing some math real quick. 2 a.m. on the Pacific side.
There we go.
Brutal.
Yeah, really early for you guys. We do apologize. But, hey, there you go. And that's going to wrap things up, really, for us. That's game number 6 of today, and that's the end of Pool Play for Pool D. We do have a final few games just finishing off as well, but that's going to be no more for this pool.
Rel, it was a pleasure, man.
As always, and we will see you guys bright and early tomorrow.